Hello, replay viewers. Yes, we are live. I'm sitting on the couch. I have a big old hot lamp on in front of me. But at least it's better than in the car yesterday, right? When I went live from my sister's truck. I'm telling you, I'm faithful to this going live at 2 o'clock. That no matter where I am, I'm going to try. Unless, of course, I'm at a doctor's appointment or something, which I'm not doing anytime in the near future. Hi, Lisa. Hi. Hi, sis. Hi, sis. It says, did you see the clip that I sent you just now? I will post that at Instagram later on tonight. Hi, Carla. I can't play it here because then I want to monetize this video, right? So how everybody doing today? I'm always trying to pick a topic, but if we come on and the topic is like boring, we'll abandon that topic and do something else. And then we'll just rename the video when I'm done, okay? So everybody's saying hi. Hi, Carla. Hi, Julie. How you doing, Julie? Okay, so let me give you a little bit of chisme. For the people who don't speak Spanglish, you know that chisme is gossip. And the person who gives the gossip, if she's a girl, she's a chismosa. If it's a boy, he's a chismoso, okay? So, chisme. So I went with Jada yesterday when she went to work. And what did we take for food? God, I forgot already. Oh, it was a sandwich. I made a big Subway sandwich. Let's see what you guys are saying. I'll post it at Instagram. Sorry. I'll post it at Instagram, but I won't post it here because I can't monetize it. I'll send it to my sister to see if she wants to put it at her TikTok because she wants me to dance on her TikTok because I can't dance. Breathe through the shoes. Breathe through the shoes. I can't show the face you're making. Come show the face. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so I made baguettes, and from the recipe that I made, I split the dough into 3 so the baguettes were skinnier so I could make a good sandwich. The stipas again. So I could make a good sandwich because sometimes when I make 2, it's so fat and big that it's like to eat a piece of that sandwich, you want to die. It's too big, right? Julie, I'm so glad you can come in. It's 5 o'clock you guys time, but you can come in. Yeah, so anywho, remember that sandwich we made for the show a while back? You know I'm going to choke this man out because he knows that door makes all time. You know, Joe could get a job on a movie set where he could just like make noises all day. He'd be happy. So I made the baguettes. I cut it open. I put the dry salami, the regular big salami, and ham that comes together in a package. I put the bread and butter pickles, the sweet ones. So, because that really messes up your brain. Because you see pickle, you think it's going to be tart, and then it's sweet. And people are like, what is this, right? But because these people are from England, they can't eat no kind of spice. If the other guy was here, the one that's African, I could have spiced it up. But they can't eat spice. So I didn't put any peppers in it for them. I shredded some lettuce. I cut up some spinach. Some little cherry tomatoes I sliced up, and I made sure every slice had a little bit of everything, some cheese. It was a wonderful sandwich that I made for them. And we went upstairs, we walked it in. Jada's boss jumped up and hugged me, and so did her co-workers. And I think it was me, Jada, and Josh. I have to think because my sister came later and we took her back in, but she didn't get to meet the boss because by then he was already on the phone doing meetings in his private office. So she met some of the co-workers for the first time yesterday because she had only met one co-worker before because she did her nails, right? So anyways, Jada said after I left, because I took muffins, I took banana. I didn't take the cranberry muffins because those were gross. They looked good, but they were gross. The muffin itself was wonderful because it's the same batter that I used for the blueberry muffin. But because the cranberries were so tart, Lord have mercy, I couldn't take that. That was not a good representation of me. So I left those. So I took the banana. Yeah, they can't take no spice, Julie. I took the banana. I took the chocolate. And the chocolate ones were the big muffins where you could actually split it in half and one half would equal to one little cupcake, right? And so Jada said after I left, the boss came in eating one of the chocolate muffins because there was only two because I only made 6 of those. And one of the co-workers, which is like a daughter to the boss, says, "Can I have a half of that?" And he goes, "Oh shit, yeah, sure, it's big." And so they shared that. And then the other little co-worker came out and she was eating the muffins. And then pretty soon nobody realized that the sandwich was for them. And Jada was like, "Yeah, the sandwich is for you guys. Eat." Because Jada had her own from my sandwich that I took to my sister because that one had peppers. And Jada said, "Mommy, they came in with the stuff in their hand like that, no plates. And they were just eating. They're like, what is in this?" Because, we make that sandwich loaded with stuff. So that was pretty nice to hear that they enjoyed it. Then me and my sister and Josh enjoyed the other sandwich at my sister's house. My sister redid my nails for St. Patrick's Day coming up. By then, it probably will be growed out from the back here. But who cares? Me and Josh are going to tape a mukbang as soon as I'm done with this live event. And it's going to be meat pies that we made today for them. This is the first time they're going to get my meat pies. Seth, riddle me this. What in the hell does Poe, Dario, and Beto's people, they do to make that meat pie so watery on the inside? No matter how much flour paste I put, no matter how much cornstarch paste I put, no matter if I blend the meat in the blender when it's done cooking and then put it back in and try, no matter what I do, I don't get it juicy like that. I don't happen to like the meat pie like that. I don't like all that juiciness that comes at me because I feel like it's all fat. But I just wanted to do it one time for the show. What in the heck do they do? Do we have any idea? They have Poe meat pie, Dario's meat pie, and Beto's meat pie in Belize. Have you ever heard what they do? Because when you look at it, that thing is like a pot of juice. It looks like tamale skull. So Joe said maybe the name they use meat. Joe says maybe they use like half a pound of meat and they just take all that fat from the meat and thicken it up to make it be gelatinous. I don't know what the hell they do. So anyways, see who they outside. The question for today's topic is why did I choose to do food content, and did I always want to do food content? I think I forgot the name of it. When they're cool, they're not watery. Okay. So it gets like the cornstarch look to it then. Okay. So I don't think I had any other ideas when I decided I was going to do YouTube, because I've told you guys the story before that I wrote my first book about my weight loss and my weight gain. I go up and down with my weight all my life. And I wrote a book about that because that's all I knew. Sometimes you tend to write what you know. Sometimes you just tend to do what you know, right? Let me mute Joe's phone. They're not watery. Okay. I got you, sis. Let me just mute all these phones. So, I wrote that first book. Then I knew I wanted to do the cookbook because let me tell you how my cookbook started. I think this is such a fitting day for me to share this story with you, because my uncle Les, today would have been his birthday. He would have been 65. He died in 2002 on July the 4th, Independence Day, at age 47. He had just turned 47 that March the 5th, and he died in July from lung cancer. And me and my mom really have always suspected that lung cancer came from him going to the war in Saudi Arabia, because he was a medic and he inhaled a lot of those smoke when they had the fire. And my dad had a nephew that died like shortly after my uncle did from the same lung cancer. And they both went to that same war. So we have our suspicions. But in any case, he died way too young. He was very, very energetic. I can still feel his presence around me. Well, the story is, he always used to call and ask me for the recipe for the meat pies and for Joe's conch fritters. And Joe always used to love to listen to Conway Twitty. And so my uncle would call him Conway. So he would call and say, "Conway, what's the recipe for the conch fritters?" And Joe would say, "Leslie, why don't you write it down when I give it to you? Because you always calling to bug me for this recipe." And he says, "No, I don't want to write it. That's my opportunity to call and mess with you." So then for Christmas one year, I got those little index cards and I got a pretty little book that said for recipes. And I wrote like 10 or 11 recipes that I knew. And I stuck it in the little pockets for the little book. And I gave it to my Uncle Les for his Christmas gift. And I didn't realize how much he treasured that thing until after he died. And his son had the book in his possession. And he goes, "This is my dad's book. Can I keep it?" By then, I was already writing the cookbook. So because I was writing the cookbook, there was nothing else that I was going to do but make a cooking show on YouTube. Back then, cooking shows was the shiznit because One Pot Chef was coming up, and so was Laura in the Kitchen, Betty's Kitchen, Cooking with Carolyn. Somebody bought something. I can't go. I'm gonna have to holler for Joshua. I think they're coming here. So, anywho, at that time, I heard that YouTube gave $25,000 to each of these content creators, the food content creators, so that they can buy equipment and level up their shows. And then they promoted them, and that's how those people took off. I came in right on the back end of that, where YouTube wasn't doing that for nobody. So when Facebook came and offered me this kind of deal in 2018, they didn't give me 25,000, but they said, we're going to promote you, we're going to do this, do that. I just looked at that as a blessing. And even though my Facebook sucks because I don't get paid, I mean, I only made $97 for the month of February, so I won't get paid in March. I won't see that money till April, till I can make some more money in March and they put it together, right? So, yeah, the money at Facebook sucks right now because they just don't pay out enough to content creators. But when they came on board for that 6 months, they were really a big blessing, and I've never lied about that. They were a huge blessing, and I think that's why I have that much following. And since last year, March, Seth knows this, my Facebook following just kept falling off. I just kept losing followers. I would never gain one follower. If I gain one, I would lose 10. So I didn't gain any. I guess that's not for us when he came here. I don't think he left anything outside the door. So now I've noticed that my Facebook is growing. My Facebook is growing again. So I'm back up to 211 something. I was 212, 576. The reason I know the number is because I made a media kit back then, and that was the number at the time. And then it just fell. It fell almost to 209,000, but now it's back up to 211,000. Yeah. So I don't think I had. You don't. I says I don't understand either. Well, you know what? It's simple math. Let's go back over this. So I have a video at Facebook. Why does this keep shaking? I have a video at Facebook, the one where I made the gelatin mold with the stained glass stuff in it. It has over 26,000 views, and I've literally made $10 from that video. So to do the math, I think it's like 55 cents per 1,000 views that Facebook is paying out, while YouTube is paying out like $10 per 1,000 views. So if I had that same video at YouTube and it got well, I have the video, but it didn't get that much views. If my video got that many views at YouTube, 26,000 at $10 a 1,000, I would have made $260 on the one video versus $10. Y'all see the math? So that's why Facebook, we're not making any money. I keep trying to put your comments there if I think there's a new one popped up. Yeah, so I don't think I would have done anything but food. I don't think I know anything else other than food. I mean, even though I know a little bit about sewing because we've learned and we make these pretty bags and stuff, I've made in all the videos that I know about everything that I know how to sew. If I learn something new, then I can make another video. The only video I haven't made yet is the apron video. But yeah, I don't think I know enough about any other topic in order to sustain 9 years. October 23rd coming will make 9 years since I started to upload videos at YouTube. And like my sister says, how do you continue this? How do you have the stamina? And I'm telling you guys, it's you. It's you. Of course, it's my immediate family here. That's a given. They motivate me and stuff. But it's you guys. My faithful diehard people, the ones that leave everything that they're doing at 2:00 in the afternoon, my time, 5:00 for other people, and 4:00 for other people. And then in the UK, I don't even know what time it is right now in the UK. If Jasmine comes in right now, what time is it? Let's look at the international clock. I have it set up because Jada goes to the UK. It's 10:15 at night, Jasmine time, if she comes in. And I'm just saying that, people are faithful to me, even if it's just a handful, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So, yeah, I don't think I would have done anything else. I try to do the mukbangs because I feel like the mukbangs go along with what I do, which is the cooking. Because normally I just teach you how to cook the thing and then I taste it. Once upon a time, I didn't even used to taste the food on camera. And then the mukbang became a thing 3 years ago. And then I skirted with it here and there, but I didn't really push myself into it because I don't want my show to become a mukbang show. My show, first and foremost, is a cooking show. Not that I look down upon the mukbangers. It's just that I personally can't keep that up. Even if I had the money to eat the food every day, I can't eat the way these people eat every day. I would die. I would physically die. Look how sick I was for the past 7 days with my stomach. I don't know what was wrong with me, but everything I ate would constipate me. Everything. And finally, my aunt first told me, "Why don't you take magnesium? Maybe you're lacking magnesium." And so I told my sister what she said. My sister says, "Girl, ever since I did that, I have no trouble." And so I started taking the magnesium only 3 days. Today makes the third day, 2 pills a day, which is 400 mgs. And I feel like my normal self again. Praise God. I'm digesting. Things are moving out of me. I'm happy again. I don't feel stomach pain. So I'm so grateful. So in those 8 days, I couldn't eat. How in the heck could I do a mukbang? When I ate Friday of last week, that little bit I ate was enough. Oh, Julie, thank you so much, sweetie pie. Say hi to Chris for us. Say hi to Chris for us. Tell him, don't worry. He's going to go back to work soon. I know staying home from work send men crazy. Joe is outside right now in the sun, and he goes, I'm going to go outside and sun like a lizard. When we left him here yesterday to his own devices, we told him, take this opportunity to play the guitar and sing, because it annoys us when we're here, because he sings the one song over and over again. I said, go to the gym, have fun, just enjoy your day without us, right? We're not here to bug you. Walk with the slippers and slurp the slippers all you want, right? When I called Joe, he says, you know what I did? I threw all the pillows off of the chair, because if you throw all these pillows off of the chair, this chair is the size of a twin bed. It goes all the way back to the wall, right? He says, I threw all the pillows off of the chair, and I just friggin' slept. I slept. I was like, oh my God, Joe. Yeah, so me and Josh spent the day with my sister, and then Jada worked. And then she picked us up. Well, she came there to get her toes done. Today she's going to go get her fingers done, because my sister was so tired after she was done with my fingers, because she had to take off all that stuff she had just put on a week before and put these. I love what she did. I love the clover. Can you guys see the clover? Awesome. Yeah. My sister likes bling bling. I think secretly my sister is a gypsy. So how was your day going otherwise? I think I've answered the question for today's topic already. Why did you pick food content, and were you always going to do food content? It's because that's all I know. And honestly, when I started to do YouTube, I only knew about 100 recipes. Before I started to write my book, I only knew about 20 or 25 recipes. And I had to go research all the other recipes. Mommy would give me some of hers. Aunt Jenny shared some of hers. And then Mommy would go to Belize and ask Miss So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, how did you do this? Because Babsy's writing a book, and you know what? She want to put this recipe in there if you don't mind, blah, 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 blah. And then we would come back and mess with it. You know what I mean? They're beautiful, right? I wish you guys were here. If you guys lived here, my sister would do all of your nails. She loves doing it. She does not want to do it for a business just yet. At first she said it's because she's practicing, but now she's saying it's because people can be biatches. They can be so rude when they're paying you for something. They treat you, they look down on you. They look down on you. Like this woman went to Cardi B's nail tech and got charged $700 to get her nails done. And of course, some of that stuff is expensive, but the reason why the price was so high is because she's Cardi B's nail tech. And then the woman just went and started to bash the lady. The lady came back very politely and said, this is because they said the stones. Says, what are the stones called? The expensive stones? The lady lied and said, it's not even blah, blah, blah stone. And the nail tech came back and go, it is. See all my receipts right here? I buy these stones. Says, you know the name of the stones. And my sister's like, I don't want nobody to come and say nothing, because I will cuss everybody out. I'll cuss everybody out. I can't wait to get $240 to pay for this feature so I can make this thing go away. Their little StreamYard thing go away. It's the crystals, but it has a name, like a brand name. You said the word to me before, so I know you know what it is. Whatever those stones are, that expensive brand. The lady tried to say she didn't. She didn't give it the brand. Let's see what this says. Yes. Thank you, my love. So Swarovski. So whatever. Swarovski. Yeah, the lady lied and said it's not even a Swarovski crystal. And the lady showed all her damn receipts. So my sister is like, mm-mm. My sister went to do one person. The person was bedridden. The person sent her pictures of what her feet look like, right? And when my sister got there, that's not what her feet look like. My sister was like, oh my God. And she says, it's not even the grossness of it all. It's the room was, like a rat pack. And on top of that, the lady didn't really have money to pay. It's not that she didn't want to pay. She was on a fixed income. She couldn't really afford to. You know what I mean? So they are the people that want to pay like $10 for a pedicure because they can't afford it, right? So I'm grateful that my sister got the ability to do this. The one thing we talked about yesterday was that we are so sad that mommy couldn't be here to enjoy this because mommy loved to have, her feet done and stuff like that. So that's the one regret that we had. We wanted to go to the grave yesterday. We haven't been to my mom's gravesite in such a long time, but the time just didn't afford it. So we'll go another time soon because mommy's birthday is coming up March 24th. My grandmother had 3 kids in the month of March. My uncle Les first, my uncle Michael, I think, is on the 11th, and then my mom would have been the 24th. My nephew Drew is the 24th of March. So we got a bunch of birthdays coming up. Yeah, the lady Liad says they make up all type of lie. They make up all type of lie to bring people down, So yeah, I made those meat pies today for Jada's family. Oh, I how did I come off of the topic about the boss, right? So my sister don't mind touching the feet, but not the way these feet look. So anyways, when I walked in and the boss hugged me, I told him, I said, the trip just seems so very short this time, but I know it's the same amount of days like you spent when you came the last time. I said, were you able to complete everything that you wanted to complete on this trip? And so he said, yes. And then he said some things that does not involve this part, right? What he came to do. But this is the part I wanted to share with you guys. He said, I'm here for us to finish Jada's record. Record, not song, record. And so the first song that's going to come out, it's nicknamed a gospel stomp because it has a gospely feel to it. But the song is very powerful. It sounds like something you would see in one of these movies like Game of Thrones, like when one of the big fights just happened and whatever, and you see the ending results. It oh my God, it gives you chills. And so that's their beat that they handed to Jada for Jada to write melody and lyrics to. And there's a part in there that is a hook. And the hook is so powerful that he says it's not commercial, because commercial meaning like pop, like Taylor Swift type pop. It's not very commercial, but I like it because it's quirky. And I'm going to take a chance on it that this is going to take off. And so her coworker says, it sounds like if Kanye did this like at one of their church things. And Jada did not really want this song to sound churchy, but that's what they nicknamed the song, the gospel stomp. And it really kind of hit me yesterday when I heard her sing that part. It was so powerful. She didn't even sing it with the music. She just sang it for us at my sister's. And in 2015, when I used to attend that church over there in Riverside, a woman came to the church. I'm not going to name her because since this prophecy has happened, I've seen some of her comments that she's made in the past and stuff. And it just seems racist. She was one of them people saying Obama's a Muslim, and all this show the birth certificate thing. So I don't want to name this lady, but she was a preacher. Well, she is a preacher, and she came to the church I attended, and nobody reached out to her to make her feel welcome. I didn't know who the hell she was. So me, just belonging to the church 6 months, walked over there, welcomed her, told her she was welcome to sit with me, enjoy if that's what she desired, because she looked alone, right? Didn't know she was the preacher of the evening that they paid to come there to preach. And when she walked down the aisle in that whole church, there was probably 150 people in the church. She only prophesied over me, Joe, and Jada. She didn't prophesy over nobody else. And I never forgot her prophecy because mine came through within a month of her prophesying it. And that she had prophesied that Mario was going to come to the house and that he was going to stay in my life, and become such a dear friend, and he was going to do everything he possibly could to try to help me get ahead, and he did. And he still does every time he can bring up my name in anything. He tries to, without losing his job, of course. That's why he came to the house that Christmas 2017, remember? And so for Jada, she told Jada that Jada was going to become a big star, but that she was going to do it by singing gospel. And Jada was PO'd. Jada's like, I don't want to sing no damn gospel, mommy. I don't like gospel songs. I don't mind hymns. She loves hymns and stuff like that, but she just doesn't like gospel because it's a lot of screaming and it's a lot of repetitiveness. Like you repeat that same line and you have these banter back and forth. Jada just does not like the mathematical makeup of gospel songs. And so she's like, I'm not going to sing no gospel. So this lady's off her mark. Fast forward 5 years later, 5 years later, the song that they're coming out with Jada sounds like gospel. And the song is called, Jada's naming it Repent, but we don't know if that's the name that it's going to have when it comes out. But she's talking about these fake preachers that need to repent. I don't know how she went this way in this song, but it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. And the way they have her write the songs, they don't want her to write a song fully. They want her to write ideas and then they'll sing it. And whatever parts they like, they'll tell her to keep and go that route. And if they don't like a part, they'll tell her don't go that route. So you don't have to waste your time writing a whole song to find out they don't like the whole song or they only like a small part of it. So she's really learning a lot. There's a young man that they hired 2 days before Jada. We just learned a little bit of the backstory. So when I met the young man, because remember, Jada was discovered on the 25th of August. That was a Sunday. And by that Wednesday was when we went for the audition, right? So on that Wednesday, the minute we walked in and they gave us our hugs and shook our hands and stuff, I don't think it's my internet, healthy urban girl, because I'm stationed. I hope it's not my internet. Yeah, so the young man walked in and Jada's boss was like, blah, 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 to the young man's name. This is the artist that we discovered at the beach, that we found at the beach when we went on Sunday. And he was like, oh, nice to meet you. And he went into the other room because they were having a meeting with us. So he was the part of our meeting. Well, ever since he was hired at the same time with Jada, we did not see him anymore, but we know that he's a part of the team too. But they only call in the team members when they're needed. If they didn't need Jada on this trip, Jada would not have been called in. You know what I mean? So I saw him yesterday when I went in. Very, very decent young man. And they had introduced him before saying that his dad was one of the members of NWA. And so I asked him that question yesterday. He goes, no, my dad worked with Ice Cube on certain things, but he wasn't a member. And so I was like, okay, cool. Very nice young man. Very well put together. And so I remembered his name, of course, because he had a very unique name. And the way the boss found him was the boss called Spotify, the streaming thing, and said, hey, can you send me a great beats maker to come make beats for me? And they sent him. That's how he was discovered. They sent him. So he was asking Jada yesterday, he goes, so how does it feel? How does it feel to know that you're going to be put out, your record's going to be put out on this record label? How long have you been doing this? So, because this little boy is only 19, Jada's 24. So Jada says, I've been singing since I was 3. I stopped for 2 years when I was sick, with my skin issues. And I came back hard playing the guitar and writing music, when I was a teenager. And my mom has done everything to make sure that I get seen. She put me in a parade. She's friends with Cherry Shippers, so they put me on TV. I went to the pier. I did everything that I could. And even having done this, I know that most of the times people don't get discovered, even doing all of this, right? Because you have to have some kind of luck or some kind of, Heavenly Father working in your favor, because some people don't believe in God, right? And so the guy goes, I know. And he goes, I was here. I was here when they told me, don't come to work tomorrow, because they hired him like the Saturday and they came and found Jada the Sunday. And he goes, they told me, don't come to work tomorrow, because we're going to go to the beach, because I really need a singer that can add her voice into my songs, because these songs are not sounding correct. And I need somebody, and I hope I find this person. So he was on that back end when they went out that Sunday. And so then he met Jada the Wednesday. So this is the first time now we've seen him again. And he says they only call me in when they need for me to make beats. And he says they just sent for me to go to Brighton, England. And I was there for a week, and I came back when they came back. And I went over there to make the beats there. So he says, have you ever been? And Jada was like, I've been twice. I went 2 times. And the little kid was just like, oh my God, what an amazing experience for us being so young. And this man finding the both of us and just giving us this whirlwind experience. I'm so glad that the young man saw what a blessing it was too, you know? And so it was nice to hear another part of the story that we didn't know yesterday. You know, so when the guy said, I'm here to make Jada's record, this is like the sole reason for my trip is to make Jada's record. Point blank, period. I was like, wow. Because some of the team members didn't even come on this trip. 2 of the team members didn't come because they're writers. And they don't need a writer right now. They just need Jada to sing her songs. Sing her songs. So I feel in my heart, I feel like they're going to send for Jada to go back again in April. And I really, really don't want her to go back in April for a couple of reasons. One, she just got back into school because she had to miss all of the last semester for fall because she had to go to England twice. And she just got back in. She's doing well in this class, and the class is going to end like the first week in June. So I want her to finish because she has to leave for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. She might have to drop this class again. And I want her to get these damn degrees. I mean, she is 4 classes away from getting 3 AAs, you know? So that's one reason. The second reason is this virus that everybody's getting. You okay, man? What's wrong? Huh?
Okay.
You have a headache or something? It's hot out there. Why are you out there in that sun? And the next reason is because I don't want her to travel so quickly after she just traveled in December, because sometimes they kind of look at you funny. You know what I mean? So you guys just keep it in prayer for me that if they send for her again, let them send for her like in May. Let them send for her like in May, not April. May. May feels better. That way she can like miss a week of school or something. So anyways, guys, it's been 32 minutes. Anybody else still here? Nobody's talking. You guys are just listening? You guys just listening? It's getting hot again under these lights, and I have to go heat up my meat pies so that me and Joshua can do a meat pie mukbang. We want to do a recorded mukbang because we're going to do a live one tomorrow, which is going to involve fish. Joshua, turn on the oven for me, please. Put it at you know how to turn it on? It's the button that says custom. Press it 3 times. Custom. 1, 2, 3.
It's on right, left, and middle.
It's in the left with all the other buttons. It says custom cook. It's in the 3rd row.
Okay, I see it.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
And then go press start in right underneath cancel. It's white. Good?
Yeah.
All right.
Roast.
Yeah.
You want to put meat pies in there?
Yeah, we're going to put the meat pies in there when it comes up to temperature, just for like 10 minutes, because I want them hot and spicy. Julie want the meat pies. Julie, we're going to have to come, man. We have to take a trip. We really have to take a trip. We have to take a trip. We have to be able to rent a car to take a trip. The passport came for Joe, but I haven't had like the energy to like motivate myself to do any kind of fundraising for Joe to go to Belize. We'll do it. I think because I'm facing having to pay back that my Social Security for the taxes, because it's not income tax that I'm paying back. It's my uninsured unemployment insurance. Unemployment insurance. That's what I have to pay back. So really quickly about politics, I see exactly what I was like fearful about happening already, where the opposition is bringing up Joe Biden's son. And I just fear that they're going to throw all this mess like they did with these Hillary emails to muddy the waters for this man. And that's why I was so fearful of him getting the nomination. That's why I told you, I don't even know if I voted for the right person, but I'm in prayer about it because I hate cheating. I hate cheating, and I hate that people they get in power. I'm not just talking just politics, but on a whole, people will get in power because they have money or something, and they know they have that power over you, and they just do everything to screw you over. I don't like that. So I'm in prayer about that. So anyways, thank you for coming in. We're trying to keep these right at 30 minutes so I don't run out of my 20 hours a month that they give me. Tomorrow at 2, we'll be back again. Remember, I told you guys we're going to try that on Fridays to see if the 2 o'clock works. And if I'm too tired when I'm done to do the live mukbang at 3, we're going to have to cancel the 2 o'clock thing for this, what we do here. I have a YouTube channel that's called Macgrin66. It's MACGRIN 66, Macgrin66. That maybe we start to do some Fridays from there. Exactly, sis. I hope that they can hit hard, because when I'm fighting, I don't fight fair. I'm just saying, I'm not going to pick a fight, but if somebody pick a fight with me, it's not going to be a fair fight. Because I watch Lifetime movies, and if I could tap you and you don't, I'm going to double tap. Right? I'm going to double tap. So, yeah. We're going to see if we could start doing some Fridays from Macgrin66 on this program. Because says she missed the music and the dancing. So we'll figure it out. I don't know if I'm starting tomorrow, though, because I have to do 2 shows tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming in. I love you all. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. All right? Au revoir.